So the KC Cup is currently around, and Blue Eyes is one of the most popular decks that have been running around, not only in KC Cup but just in, ranked in general, because that deck is, pretty cheap, it's tier 1, and it's really, really good because of the skill, just being able to set the trap for free, and that kind of like gatekeeps a lot of decks, because this just invalidates a lot of end boards just by being a non-target pop that they can just make without committing to anything. So we're going to try to build a deck that kind of counters that. So the deck that we're going to be playing is Valence, which is a tier 3 deck as of recording. But I don't care if it's tier 3 or not, I just like this deck. So we're going to try to like modify the deck so that it can win against decks like Blue Eyes, and also the other decks like Shinobird as well, both when we go first or second. So the build you see in front of you right now is the build that I have been playing in Ranked. It's kind of a smaller deck, playing 20 cards only, and fitting in a lot more staples so that you draw them a lot more often so that you can win games going second. We're gonna try to like change this deck to kind of fit in more things so that we can counter what Blue Eyes or even other decks like Shinobird are trying to do. Okay, so the deck looks like this right now. We're playing the Perform Pal on Synchron because that allows us to make 2 Omni Negates, which is really, really important. We need one to negate stuff like Majesty, and then the second one to negate any non-engine that they happen to draw. So like if they draw an Eclipse, we can negate it as well. Otherwise, we kind of just lose if they happen to draw any sort of board breaker. Even if they draw something like a Droplet, which we can't respond to, we still have 8 non-engine that we have as back row in order to kind of still be able to interact with this stuff. And also, Bloom is searchable and is a back row, so that's like layered interruption that can also help if our opponent has some form of monster board breaker, including stuff like Amano Iwato, which people have been playing. So this is like a searchable way to deal with that as well, which is pretty good. Yeah, we're trying to play as few cards as possible so that we draw these non-engine more often. And then the extra deck is pretty tight because of all of the stuff that we need to play to get the 2 negates out. But yeah, we'll see how well this goes. Maybe we have to add more stuff because playing 20 might not be the most optimal, even if that means we draw the non-engine a lot more likely. But sometimes we just need to go over 20. And I do recognize that. So we're gonna try. We're gonna test this out and see if we have to make more changes. Okay, we're going second. Well, what is that? What does that skill do? Okay, reading comprehension time. Bane of Darkness. Oh, it's the Buster Blader skill. When was that a thing? Was it like 2 years ago? And even then, nobody played it? The fusion wave motion, that's crazy. And yeah, we were playing 2 bricks instead of 1. We're gonna negate that. Are you kidding me? That's not resolving. Alright. So, compared to the deck that I was playing before, playing the melodious stuff, not melodious, Sulfur Court stuff instead of Odd Eye Synchron, the benefit of that is that we play only 1 brick. And also that isn't really a brick because you can just normal summon it and it's a level 4 and then you can just make a Exciton Knight with it. But now we couldn't. And also, I don't know why they put their monster in the same column as their back row, because that means we can just push it back and then it's destroyed. But even if we're playing like more bricks, that's still not too big of a deal because we can just put it back with our skill, just like that. Okay, now let's just push that back row. It's like one of the benefits of playing Valence is that not only do, like, you have to know your deck, your opponent also has to know what your deck does. Otherwise, they make misplays like these, and then they just like lose out on the back row, just because they don't know what's going on. Reveal that, grab solo. I mean, it's nothing. They don't have anything. We just win. But we can at least still try to like do something. Probably. We'll turn off the toggle. Don't need the toggle on. We'll add another solo, I guess. There's no other targets. And then we can might as well activate the field spell. Give one to our opponent. Move our guy. I want to grab the missing one. I mean, it's pretty freestyle from now because our opponent doesn't have anything. All right, can we get another Marquis? Is the question. Oh, there it is, the other Marquis. Maybe we can actually consider playing 3 Marquis and 1 Viscount because the combo needs 2 Marquis. So I feel like that might be a thing that we can do in the future. Might as well Grand Duke, right? No reason not to. To bounce this bait, don't use it. You know what, let's just go battle. Why are we wasting time? Just go battle. If he has Karibo, I will accept my loss. But I don't think he has it. Game 2. Going first against, is that Blue Eyes? Is that the deck that we built our deck to beat? Alright, we drew Shino. Which is fine, I don't think that matters. Let's just scale it. I'm gonna add, actually I've been thinking which field spell would be better. I think the better one would be adding Wissen, giving them Bansho, and then popping our own Wissen. I think that's like the best way to do it. Give them Bansho. And then we might as well use our skill now, because we're gonna use it while we still have a spell in hand. And then we're gonna do the thing where we go and solo into another copy. We're gonna turn off the toggle so that we don't get a million notifications. It doesn't really matter what we get because we have enough to search. Like, we have enough resources that we guarantee combo even if we don't open anything. So that now we can just grab another solo for a follow-up. And then now we can just move the Shino. And then we can add the Viscount. Okay, so I haven't actually done the combo before, so cut me a bit of slack if I do anything wrong. Because I'm used to like the other combo that I have been using with Silver Cord. So there might be a misplay, but I'll try my best to not do that. Okay, so these two are there, and then I think the level 12 should be in the EMZ. And then I think you scale Viscount here, and then you summon the Viscount. And then you go and use that to put Grand Duke there, and then you summon it with Bansho. And then you move Viscount with something else. Doesn't matter what we use. I think it doesn't. Let's do that. I don't think it matters which one we do. Like, if we swap with Grand Duke or not. We're gonna have to use Octos to pop our own field spell, because otherwise our opponent gets to use the effect, and that's not good. Those here. And then we go BTP using Grand Duke, I think. Grand Duke and Octos. And then we go BTP, add Synchron. And then we normal summon Synchron. And then we make Arclight. Okay, yeah, I think I did the combo right, which is good. And then we make the Sulfur Cord so that we have more arrows. And then we scale the Marquis. If we didn't have the Marquis, we would add the Marquis instead of the solo. And then we'll pen summon back these two. And then this goes there, this goes there. And then we make the Link one. So that we have two Link monsters. So that we can make the Sun Avalon. And then the Sun Avalon can grab the trap. And then we can now use the effect of Pepe on Asynchron and make Savage. Make it. Oh my god, we're losing the time. This, we're gonna equip back the Grand Sulfur. This summons itself to the main monster zone. And then we set. And then we set. We'll set Infirm. Alright. I think there's a misplay because we could have put the equip in the pen zone instead of the continuous trap, because now the continuous trap will be clogging our pen zone. But I think that's fine. It's like instead we can put the equip there because the equips are a bit easier to get rid of. Droplet. You'd have to send a lot of things. That's kind of fine, right? You can just negate that. Should have sent a monster, right? No, he couldn't send a monster because of Arclight. Ha! Lol. Eclipse. That's not happening. You see, you need two Omnis because of things like these. Negate the board breakers. But he has two board breakers plus Master of Blue Eyes, which is a problem because now we don't have anything to negate the trap. But it is what it is. If they draw like multiple breakers, then there's not a lot we can do. Just push that back. Don't let him pop. And if he normal summons the tuner, we just negate with Bloom, probably. It's Bloom. Bloom! And then I think that's it. I think that's all he could do. Yep. And also he placed it in the Imperm poem, which is pretty funny. Not that it matters because we have Savage Omni Negate. Alright, let's get rid of the Cyberman. Nice. Here's a good battle. Goodbye. Alright, that's how you win against Blue Eyes. Okay, so what are we playing against here? Pegasus with not a legacy skill. No, oh, it's actually Toons. It's crazy. Insane. I don't think we even need to use our skill. We can just play, right? Because we already have everything. Scale Shino. 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 Give me the thing. Field spell. Marquis. Let's go gambling. Doesn't really matter because we already drew. everything that we need, so even if we don't hit anything, it's fine, but we still hit it anyway, so that's good. And then we're just doing the exact same combo that we did last time. Nothing too big of a deal. Have this, and then that goes into that. Go and use skill. Naka. We just have to do it quick just so that we don't lose to ourselves. Because last time it's the first time I did the combo, so I was doing it a bit slower. But now I know what I'm doing. I can just go full send. And, you know, having played this deck a lot before helps a lot. For freestyling as well. Otherwise, the first time would probably have taken me even longer. It's just one of those decks that you just have to wrap your head around. We'll have to pop our own field spell, don't forget that, otherwise your opponent can just get rid of your stuff using your own field spell. And that's not good, that's not good. And then BTP with the 2 fusions. BTP, grab the tuner, normal summon the tuner, don't click the wrong button. Arclight. The thing about Valence is that it really dies to nib. If you get nibbed right before you pendulum summon, you can't even negate the nib because Beyond the Pendulum negates your Arclight. That's also like one of the biggest problems of the deck in the TCG is that it really dies to nib if your opponent knows when to nib you. But chances are they don't have nib, or they just don't know how to nib because not everyone knows what this deck does, which is a good thing. Link. Linkity-link. Artemis. Go link 4. Travel toggle so that we don't get asked every time if Arclight wants to negate our own things. We'll go Savage. This time we'll be smart and actually place the equip in the pen column. Because it's easier to get rid of than the counter trap, continuous trap. We might as well set these two. Use our skill, because why not? We still haven't actually used our skill to search anything. And then pass turn. It's pretty good. Can Valence beat Cheeto Bird? Yeah. Because we have like a searchable out to Amano. And then we have 2 Yami negates, so that's pretty much all we need. Oh. Should have turned on the toggle. Bookmark is fine. Just searches. Nobody cares about that. Toon World. Are we negating Toon World is the question. Do we even care about like the OG Toon World? I think we can let that slide. And we just negate the things that he activates afterwards. Do we care about Page Flip? I think we actually don't care about Page Flip. We just get rid of whatever thing he summons. I think we can. I think that's fine, and then we can just Mamonaka. And also, same column by the way. Everyone makes the same mistake because they don't read my cards, which is how we win these. Is that you just get to win games because your opponent doesn't know what they're doing. Another Toon World. Absolutely, go off. We have 2 army negates for 2 cards in hand. Toon Ancient Gear Golem is kinda a nothing card. And then he ends his turn. Amazing. Wonderful. Alright, let's put that in the back row. Goodbye. And then he just dies to the burn damage. Easy. Okay, what is this? Okay, we're going first, so that's good. Doesn't really matter too much what our opponent is playing if we're going first. No activation. Oh man, it's not good to see. Not good. Not good. Do we have a way to put it back? I don't think we do. That's pretty annoying. Alright, let's see what we can do if we draw both of the field spells. And he has a card activation. Kind of an issue. Slight issue. Just a small one. Veiler on the Shino. Okay, let's freestyle a bit, because I really don't think we actually have to tribute summon this guy. Can't believe we have to do that. Actually need to tribute summon this guy. Because you cannot even activate the field spell as an issue. Alright, that kinda is pretty good. Just scale the discount, I guess. And then see what we can do. We can still go make the Duke and then scale for the Momonaka. Okay, let's see. We make Octo summon this, swap them, scale that, add what? Yeah, that could still work. We're not gonna use the effect because we don't actually get to use the field spell. You can go viscount, scale, scale back to Mamo. And then we can just go Mamo Pass, which is not very good, like Mamo Octo's Pass. But we can also make Beyond and then add, what are we adding? Like another Valence and Pen. That's not very good either. So you know what I'll do is just gonna set this and then move this over. And then we're just gonna summon the Mamonaka and call it a day. It's not good, not good. Not good, not good. It's 0 negates, just because we drew the field spell. I mean, that's kind of a reason why you want to play more than 20, so that you don't get that very often. Do we pop the Sunny Snitch? I think we can pop the Sunny Snitch. Let's do it. With its once per turn anyway, and we have 2 more removal for 2 more cards. That's kind of fine. If he uses Secret Password to grab Live Twin home, that means he's locked into Live Twins, which is very good news. Yep, he's gonna go home, pitch another Secret Password. It's gonna go Kisa kill. I'm just wondering when I should get rid of the cards. Like if I should get rid of them the main deck monster or the extra. Probably the main deck monster. I'm gonna guess. Okay, now we go Mamo to put back Alila, because it's more likely that they have the Kill Frost than they have Leela Tree, and then they just go, great, amazing, still won, even though we kind of bricked. Yeah, maybe playing more cards might be a good idea, just so that we don't draw 2 field spells and then completely brick ourselves. But I don't think that's gonna happen that often, so maybe not. So we'll keep our deck. And also, if we go second, we just shuffle one of them back. So it only is a problem if we specifically go first and draw both field spells, which I don't think is that often. So I'm kind of willing to just take the risk and just keep playing my deck the way it is. Okay, we're going second. But our opponent is not actually playing the Rebecca skill. They're playing Dragon Maid. You know what? That's insane that they will play Dragon Maid with Rebecca, but not with the Rebecca skill. Isn't that crazy? Is that insane? Like, why would you not play the Rebecca skill other than that you really, really like Dragon Maid, and you will only play Dragon Maid and not some random vanilla dragon monsters in your deck? You know what? That's pretty based. I think that's a pretty cool thing to be doing, even if it's not optimal. Also, we drew 0 staples. 8 staples in the deck, in a 20 card deck, drew 0 of them. Just love it when that happens. Also, the issue with Dragon Maid is that they usually summon Shio in the EMZ, and then we can't put them back in the back row. Yep. So like, if they do that, we can't get rid of it with Mamonaka, because it only gets rid of monsters in the main monster zones. Isn't that something? You can still maybe force it out somehow. Yeah, but that's like the issue, right? The issue of playing like the Odd Eyes package. Okay, maybe we could deal with that if it's like one Shio and nothing else. The issue with playing Odd Eyes package is that you're sacrificing a lot of versatility, because if we don't play the Odd Eyes Synchron package, we can play like Exciton Knight, we can play Scion. I mean, you can still play Scion, but you would probably have to go over 20. Which is something that I don't want to do. I think we're gonna still go ahead and make Mamonaka regardless. Make it there and put back to Synchron. And you're just gonna see what happens. You're gonna see it when he tries to negate with the Shio. We're just gonna basically do our turn 1 combo with a Mamonaka on the field and just see when he tries to negate. Okay. Interesting time to be negating my stuff. It's interesting. I guess we might as well use the effect now, because you know, there's no really other time to be using it. Valor on my Mamonaka that gets rid of one monster that doesn't do anything. It's interesting. Interesting decision. Alright, scrap the field spell. Reveal. Add field spell. Activate. He has a response. Another Valor? Maybe it isn't Shio Pass after all. Maybe there's more to what they have, what you might think. He's gonna let me. Alright, please give me a solo activation. Not that it does anything. And then now we could just go and make the Marquis. Another thing about Marquis is that it allows you to like get rid of your guys and then move it somewhere else. Right, now we can listen to push that back because there's no other monsters for us to push. Not like we have a lot of choices that we can do. We will go and Octostare and then Viscount summon itself. And then we can go and Viscount to put back a guy. And then do the switcheroo. I am expecting a Veiler on the pop, but that is completely okay. It's either the Veiler on the Viscount or the Veiler on the or nothing. That could also be it. And then do I really need to get rid of the I don't have to. I'm going to summon the guy in the back row. I will not be bouncing your guy back. I would like it to stay in the back row. And then we can go beyond the pendulum. Oh, or we can just go battle. Or we can just go battle. I will go beyond the pendulum. You know what? Let's play around Nib a bit. Let's just go try attempt battle. And just go battle. Oh yeah, yes, tidying. That's what it is. Me when I forget that tidying is a card that exists, that's fine. Because he's down to 100, which means anything that we get rid of with Mamonaka just burns him and wins us the game, so it's kind of fine. But now he gets to do this. Oh, that's annoying. Gets to use my field spells. Okay, so what we could have done, maybe we could have like make Beyond summon. Well, what we be summoning? We'll be adding. We will be adding Odd Eyes, and then penned back. Like what, Shino, and then make an Omni Negate. Yeah, we could have done that. Should have read chat. Completely my fault. Another tidying. I don't think they can OTK anyway. No chain block. The thing about Valence is that it can chain block if you played it correctly. So, you know, chain link 1 Octos, chain link 2 Viscount. And then we can still pop the Shio. Watch this. Yeah, use your Shio negate. Do it. And then we get to pop the House Dragon Maid instead because it doesn't target. Boom! And then now we just hope that we don't lose. And it's Dragon Maid, so we could probably survive, I think, maybe. I don't think his monsters go over 3k. We probably have this in the bag, I think. What if he plays like some random rank 4 that bodies my deck. When he plays like Malevolent Sin and then banishes my guy and then goes Battle Phase and then punches over my guy. like punches directly and wins the game. Okay, he couldn't win. That's good. It would be really embarrassing if I lost that game just because I tried to go battle without remembering that the trap is a thing that exists. Alright, so we're back at the deck after some games, and I think that we could probably play another Marquis and then play one less Viscount. Because, who needs follow-up when you can just win the game by negating everything that your opponent has, right? I never felt like I need a second Viscount, like, ever, but having another Marquis just has more consistency for the deck, because you need 2 of them for the combo. So I think that's all I will do to modify the deck. I mean, maybe I could play more copies of just Valen's names in general, so that I maybe like 2 of each field spell, so that I don't draw both of it and can't play. But I don't think that's too big of an issue, just because if we draw one of them, like drawing 1 is completely fine. Drawing 2 just means that if we go second, we can just shuffle one of them back. If we go first and draw both of them like that one game that we had, then we can still make a board like we did, and we can still probably win sometimes. So that's still not too big of an issue. But yeah, other than that, I feel like the deck is pretty solid as is. Just kind of a shame that we're kind of missing out on some generic options, like we were playing Boral Sword, Exciton Knight, Underworld Goddess, stuff like that in the extra deck, and 2 Beyond the Pendulums in the extra deck in the old version, just because we have so much extra deck freedom. But now we can't play any of these because we have to use them all on mandatory endboard pieces that we need to be playing. But the deck feels a lot better, so there's that.